Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over a few beauty products that I just do not think are worth the price tag. I've done this video before and I thought it was time to add to the list. Some of these things are things that I like, that are okay, they're not bad, but I just don't think that they are worth the price tag. Some of these things I just genuinely do not like, therefore obviously I don't think they're worth the price tag. I will let you guys know which is which as I talk about them. The first kind of set of items come from Tom Ford, and there's definitely some in here that I do like, don't think that they're worth the price tag. And there's some that I don't like and obviously don't think that they're worth the price tag. I have here 5 new quads from the brand, and overall, I feel like all of these just aren't the same quality as what they have put out in the past. Some people might like these a little bit more. There's a lot of mattes in these, and then there's a satin formula. For me, I just find that there's nothing special to them to make them $90. And then there's one that I absolutely cannot stand. Let me go ahead and show you the 5. There's 5 of them. The first one is Noir Fume. This is one that I actually like, but I don't think it's worth $90. I can duplicate this several times over in my collection. Fenty, Huda, just ColourPop. There's so many different palettes that I can use and get the same look. This is just not worth $90. It's just not worth it. Usually with Tom Ford palettes, there's just something that makes it a little special and feels more luxe and sophisticated that they have lost with this collection, in my opinion. And this is the one that out of all of them, just I would not recommend to anybody. I hate this palette. I cannot stand this palette, and this is Arabesque. It takes so much work to use this palette, and you have to watch the video. Me trying to apply this, let me just dig into here and swatch. It's just nothingness. There's nothing. Look at that gold. What is this? What is this? It's terrible. That is what it is. It's just So Arabesque, absolutely don't even try, in my opinion. Sula Sable, I found this one colors right up my alley. This is a palette that I would use all the time if it was a little better, but I find that all the shades end up just kind of going together. Pretty, usable, yes, not unique, not worth the price tag. And then this one just hurts my heart. This is Mink Mirage. This is what took the place of Cocoa Mirage, which I absolutely thought was worth the money. There's just something special about those mattes. They blended themselves out, and these blend very nicely. They just don't last on my lids the same. The colors, I definitely prefer the original Cocoa Mirage to this. I like the black being in here. I like the whole color scheme. It's just, again, I can get any 4 matte shades and have the same type of look. Ugh! And then De La Creme. This one faded on me the most out of the entire bunch. The mattes are better than the satins. The satins really just, they go on and then they just fade. I don't even have issues with things fading on my eyelids. I don't have issues with creasing. That's just not something that I typically have an issue with. And this palette, I specifically remember fading quite a bit. And Sula Sable, it's just, so these, in my opinion, not worth the money. If you're gonna get Tom Ford, the wet dry formula, amazing. And then several other ones like Disco Dusk, I love that one. There's so many that I would suggest far above these. The next item is a skincare product that I think might ruffle some feathers because I think this is like holy grail status for so many people, but I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. It's just not there for me. And it's the SK2 Facial Treatment Essence. I'm sorry. I had several of the deluxe size samples, and this is so silly of me. I used those and I was like, you know, maybe I'm just not getting the full effect, and I purchased a full bottle. I used it all, and it's like, what, almost $200 for that bottle? The 5.4 ounce is $185, and it says it's a $214 value. I can't. I don't see anything special about it. It's nice. It feels nice on my skin. I don't have any issues with it. I mean, my skincare sinks in really nicely after I apply it. It's just that I think it's overpriced. I use the TATCHA essence, and that one is not cheap. It's $100, but it, for me, actually does something to my skin. I feel like I see a difference when I'm using that and when I'm not. And when I switched from the SK2 to another essence at the time, I don't think I was using a TATCHA. It wasn't like my skin all of a sudden started being bad or didn't look as good. I just think it's overpriced. It really is. It's a nice product, but not a $200 product. Chanel. Now, I know you guys are probably going to think that I am referring to the new version of the Soleil Tan de Chanel. Definitely still heartbroken over that, but that's just a failed product all around. And it wouldn't matter if it was $1. It's a failed product in my opinion. But Chanel has lost my money again with their new powder. I love the Soleil Tan de Chanel. They ruined that, and I wouldn't say that they ruined this powder, but they ruined it for me. Originally, they had a translucent powder. It was the Natural Loose, and there's 3 different shades of translucent, and it gave you this beautiful velvety finish. And now we have the Natural Finish Loose powder, but it comes in different shades. I have the shade 30, and I've tried this several times. I definitely need a lighter shade for where I am right now, but it's not the color. It's the fact that it's just average now. Before, I would spend that $50 on the powder because I actually have the original on right now. That is what I have to set my face, and I feel like it gives me this beautiful, just, I don't know, velvety type of look. I don't look dry or anything like that, and there was no other powder that I could say felt like that one. It was special to me, and this is not a bad powder, but it's mediocre in my opinion, and therefore not worth the $50. This is something that when I finally go through all of it, I'm not going to repurchase. Let's talk about a toothbrush. Yes, a toothbrush, specifically one from Foreo. Now, I don't know exactly what this one is called. I know they have different versions of it. This was sent to me not by Foreo, but I think it was just some other random company. I don't remember. I apologize. It's been a little while. But I tried this out and I actually liked the toothbrush. This is the thing. I like the toothbrush. However, it was just a couple months and I thought that my battery had died, so I replaced the battery. I go to turn it on and nothing. And I'm like, what the heck? What is going on? Well, then I went to just brush my teeth anyway because I had to run out the door. And I noticed when I was pushing on it that it would start to like turn on and turn off and turn on and turn off. And I was like, okay, maybe it's just like this weird, thing going on with it. And I was actually going to repurchase this because I like this toothbrush. But then I saw all the reviews. There's so many people that have said they had the same exact issue. They thought it was the battery or there was something that happened and it would just stop working and they would have to do the whole manufacturer warranty thing. And they said it just kept happening with every brush. And there's not just 1 or 2 stories about this. There's so many. And there's still sometimes I can turn it on and it will still do that little vibrating thing that it's supposed to do, or ultrasonic. I don't know. I like this toothbrush, but they have done something that makes it not last very long. If they redesign this and fix the faulty parts on it, I would repurchase it because it's really nice on my gums and I just really like it. But it's not worth $200 for it to sit here and bust after just a few months. It's kind of like the apple quartz. After you've had it for so long, the edge of it, like all the wires start coming out. I feel like that's what happens in here, the head of it. PMD. I have their personal microdermabrasion little device. I like that thing. I like it a lot. Something I don't like from them though is their Kiss lip plumping system. I can't even tell you how long I tried this. I tried it for months and it doesn't do anything other than suck at your lips and it'll kind of plump them up for a few moments and then it's gone. It's supposed to be anti-aging and give you the appearance of a fuller lips. And yeah, it does that for a few moments. I will give it that, but I mean, just suck on your lip real hard. Oh my goodness, it doesn't do anything. $100, it's down the drain. I would suggest just using a really nice lip balm at night and throughout the day if you're not wearing lipstick, and then a good liner to overline just slightly, because I'm telling you, this is a waste of money. More eyeshadow palettes that I do not think are worth the money. I'm sorry, I know that some of you like these. It's just not for me. It is not for me. I do not think that they are the same quality. And they are from Melt Cosmetics. And I'm just talking about their palette formula in general. Some of them are better than others. Like with these two, the Gemini palette, it's okay. I don't think it's worth the money. This one, absolutely not. The Millennial Pinks, this was a major disappointment to me. I just think that the stack formula is killer. I don't know why they can't get that formula into the palettes, but they are different. They are night and day to me. Love the stacks. This just is not it. The Gemini palette even has a shade or two in there that will literally come off in sheets, and they can muddy together. I don't know. I just don't like them, but they do a really good job with their packaging. Their packaging and their promo pics, everything killer, but their palettes, I'm just not here for it. I will buy a stack over and over and over again just because of the quality. I don't like the stacks anymore because I find them to be, you know, they're big and they're bulky and they're hard to store. But this, Last product for today, it's a mascara and it's from Givenchy, the Volume Disturbia Mascara. I wanted to like this mainly just because the bottle, I thought the component was so pretty. The red with the prism, it's so pretty. But what I got was a clumpy mess. Not only was this clump city on me, but it actually hurt trying to put it on. It has one of those little plasticky, spiky combs. And some of them don't bother me, some of them do. This one bothered me. It hurt when I was putting on my mascara, like right at my lash band. I really like to kind of push and make sure that I get my product all the way down to the bottom. And this mascara, it hurt to do so. Not all plastic ones do that. I definitely prefer the more like natural ones with the fibers going around, whatever, or the hourglass shape. These are hit or miss, and this one was definitely a miss. Component beautiful, product not so much. I looked like I had 5 little spider legs on my eyes. It didn't separate, it just clumped. I don't know what it was, but it didn't like me. And I see it has like 4.5 stars on, yeah, 4 and like a quarter maybe on Sephora. I'm like, why? I don't like this. I don't like it at all. Anywho, beauties, that is it for today. Let me know down below, what are some products that you think are just not worth the price tag? Even if it's something I like, I want to hear from you guys. And if there's anything in here that you agree or disagree, leave it down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.